everyone, it's Dr. Jennifer Champion, and I'm going to be doing a little bit something different today. I'm going to call this section the Doctor's Kitchen, because what good nutritionist would I be if I didn't actually take you into the kitchen and show you what to do? So since it's fall, pumpkin, everything is all about pumpkins right now. I thought I would take a moment and actually share with you some health benefits of pumpkins. Yes, they symbolize fall and Halloween and, harvesting and Thanksgiving and all of the things that we have come to love and appreciate in the fall time. But did you know that pumpkins actually contain a lot of zinc? Their seeds do. And zinc is really great for inhibiting aromatase. What in the world is aromatase, right? Nobody really knows unless you're in science and medical and all that. Well, aromatase is the enzyme that actually converts excess testosterone into estrogen. And so if a woman, especially somebody with polycystic ovary syndrome, has excess testosterone, which we see frequently, their body may then be driven into excess estrogen. And we get a condition called estrogen dominance. So pumpkin seeds can actually be really beneficial in reducing the activity of this aromatase enzyme, thereby reducing the amount of estrogen in the body. So I thought today I'd take you into my kitchen and show you what can I do with pumpkin. We know pumpkin pie and pumpkin bread and pumpkin cookies and pumpkin lattes, but the problem is a lot of those things have so much sugar that it drives up the insulin levels as well, and we don't want that. So what can we do that would be healthy with our pumpkins? So I'm actually going to make a smoothie today, one of my favorites that I look forward to every fall. And so I've got my Vitamixer here. I'm going to go through and tell you what you need, and now I'll give you some options that you can use in case you've got a food allergy as well. So Vitamixer is one thing that I use. You can use any blender for this one because I'm using pureed pumpkin. But if you are using frozen pumpkin that you've chopped up and you've steamed and you froze it yourself, you're going to need more of a heavy duty blender as opposed to just your standard. But in this case, you can use a standard blender. So this is the pumpkin that I use. By the way, I don't get any money for these companies. They're just ones that I actually like and thought I would share with you in the meantime. So this one's Farmer's Market Organic Pumpkin. Comes in a BPA-free container, and you can use it in a variety of different recipes. So it's already pureed for you. You don't have to cut up these little guys, because I'll tell you, it's a lot of work to do it. I've done it, and I do it every fall. Apparently, I'm a glutton for punishment. But you got to steam it and peel it and hollow it out and get all the seeds. So it does take some time. If you don't have time, here's your next best solution. For my milk of choice, I'm going to be using almond milk. If you've got a nut allergy, you can use rice or hemp milk. Those are fine. If you're just allergic to almonds, you could use coconut milk or cashew milk. There's a lot of different varieties. If you want to use dairy, that's okay. Please just make sure that you're using raw and organic so that we're not increasing our load of toxins. To give me some good fats to help my body produce the right amount of hormones, we'll be using almond butter. This particular one is Justin's maple almond butter, but you can use any variety or any flavor that you want. I like the maple because it's going to naturally sweeten things for me a little bit without having to add in extra sugar. Let's see. Oh, and then I use frozen bananas. That's kind of my, I don't want to use the word emulsifier, but that's really what it is. It gives that nice, thick, creamy texture that I'm looking for in a smoothie. So I use one frozen banana, and you'll have to pre-freeze these. One other word of caution, because I've made this mistake: peel the banana before you freeze it. So peel it, chop it up, and then freeze it, and then you'll get these nice little chunks. This one's a little freezer burned, but he'll still work just fine. And you want to make sure that you've got that. The other thing that I'm using is pumpkin pie spice. And you can use any variety that you want. If you find an organic one, great. I have yet to been able to find one, but I would definitely prefer and recommend it. So now that you've seen my ingredients, let's go ahead and get started. I will be running the blender here, but I will edit that part out, so if it goes silent, you know why. So the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and add my banana in. I like to have the banana in the bottom because the blades will get to it faster. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a measuring cup, and I want about 1/4 cup of the puree. So let me go ahead and measure that out. Now for some of you that might seem really pumpkin-y. You can do less, that's okay. If you want more, you can do more. Pumpkin has so much good fiber to it as well, and we need that. Fiber is excellent for, helping our heart and helping the gastrointestinal system. So that's a good thing to add. The next thing I'm going to do is add in my almond milk. And I'm going to use a cup of almond milk. Again, if you are opting to use a different form of milk, that's okay. Still use about a cup. And I pour that in. And then an almond butter. Now, I grew up in a family that did not measure anything, so I've learned to eyeball things pretty good. The fact that I even measured the almond milk and the puree, my great-grandmother would be rolling over in her grave right about now. But I did it for you, so I will take the punishment later. So I want about a tablespoon and a half. That's what that would look like. But you're more than welcome to measure it out precisely if you would like to. So about a tablespoon and a half of the almond butter. Again, that's good fats. The body does need fats in order to metabolize the hormones and create them and establish them and balance them. So don't skimp on the fats. And then the last thing I'm going to do, I like a lot of spice. Go to your taste on this. If you just like a little bit of spice, go a little bit. If you like a lot, go a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and pause right now and give me 1 second. I'm going to blend all this up. All right, welcome back. So what I did here was I blended it on level 10, just on the lower setting or the variable setting for those of you who have a Vitamixer. And here is our delicious smoothie. Pour it into a glass. As you can see, it's a pretty full glass, so this would work well to as a snack between meals. And as an extra, now if you like crunch, you'll probably like this option. If you don't like crunch, you're not gonna like this option. But these are pumpkin seeds that have been cinnamon and dry roasted. So they do add a little bit of sugar. It is just organic sugar. This company here is called Super Seeds. And I just found them. They do have a sea salt version and they have a spicy version, but those would not work well in these smoothies. So if you want a little bit of crunch and a little bit of extra, then you can add them to the top. Remember, this is full of zinc. It's gonna help to balance your hormones and get things flowing regularly. Thank you so much for joining me in my kitchen, and I hope this was wonderful for you. If you actually want a copy of the recipe, click the link at the bottom of this page, and I will get that out to you as soon as I can. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful fall day. Delicious.